This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana, brought to you by Superior Bait and Tackle. Back here at the studios of Pelican Sports TV. Now, let me tell you, you know what day is. You see that hat? It was given to me by one of my favorite veterans. He also gave me a hoodie that a young lady one time was cold, and I loaned it to her, and she says, she took it home. She's going to wash it, send it back. She didn't. So if she's watching, I'm going to come looking for my hoodie. It had special meaning. I told you, I had sentimental feelings for that because who it was given to me. So I want to thank you again for the hat. Thank all the veterans, all the veterans in a great country that we live in. We had 2 church services today. This is Sunday the 12th. LSU ball game last night. They had a lot of stuff going on. All well-deserved. God, thank you to our veterans, both living and have passed on. All the sacrifices they and their family made. God bless. God bless our veterans. God bless America. So that we dedicate this show to our veterans, filming it the day after Veterans Day. And I'm sure everybody here have veterans in their family, and to make sure you hug them, kiss them, thank them. Can't thank them enough. Now, let's go this week. I think we're gonna make a visit back to the Canada trip with my brothers. I hope we have a lot more video than we did. I'm gonna try to keep these reports short, so Chris can show some more video. So. One more time, you're watching Paradise, Louisiana, sponsored by Superior Bait and Tackle. We'll be right back.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
New Berkeley Fireline Ultra 8. It's rounder, smoother, and 4 times more abrasion resistant than original Fireline. Expect 10% longer casts and superb knot strength.
And you thought Fireline couldn't get any better.
Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all one more time. Be patient with me. It's getting bad. And my eyes are the only thing that are pretty good. But when you write, when you don't, your penmanship is not that great. Sometimes we have trouble. But this is another high school. We had Louisiana High School Bass Nation had a qualifier. The qualifier was at Moss Bluff. And the West qualifier, they call it, out of Calcasieu River. Junior division, the first was Hunter McDavid and Owen McDaniel. They had 7.98. They were the Beauregard High School team. Second place was Parkview Baptist with Max Daniel, and he was fishing by himself. His partner, Carter Ufnak, didn't show up. They had big fish. Now, third place was South Beauregard, Max Pardue and Lane Spell. They had 6.29. Now, in the high school division, Live Oak High School, Cody Carboni, first place, and William Reynolds. They had 10.73, beautiful catch, 5 fish. Let me look at this thing again. I told y'all have patience with me. This is the third time they finished high in all the 3 qualifiers, so they way up them. They had a big fish of 4.32. Second place was Landon Watts from Livingston Parish and Joshua Shockey. They wound up with 9.47. They also helped them win the club award. The third place was Grayson Bonfields. He was fishing solo. He's with the East Baton Rouge Bassmasters. Fourth place was Brady. And I don't know if he was trying to spell Gravois, but it come out Gravoia. Gravioa. I don't know what that is. That's not my fault. And Philip Shake Snyder had 9.7 and had a 311 big fish. Fifth was Suffolk High School with Gavin Barnett and Justin Ackle. They had 8.92. See, all these weights are very close. The big bass for the tournament was Bossier Parish, Marcio Sierra and Lucas Clark had a 4.36. Fourth place was Edrath. Bradley, I was told you, Phillips, Shake Snyder. The other one, where was I? Fifth place, Suffolk High School. Gavin Burnett and Justin Ackle. Okay, they were fifth. I want to thank Tommy. Gave me a big, full 2-page report, and it's fun to read and everything, but I can't read it all here on TV. But thank you, Tommy. Keep me posted. Thank you for all you do. We need to get you back on the show and talk about the whole year and how people can join. So thank you again, Tommy Abbott, the youth minister. Now, when we come back, I think I'm going to have a lot of other stuff to you. We got a few more news reports, and fishing report is great, but really got a long duck report. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. Right now we're at Old School Barbecue where the studio is. Pelican Sports TV.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
This This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Before I get into the fishing report and duck report, they got a couple of news items, so things I want to remind you. CCA, one of our big sponsors, one of them so close to my heart for all what they do. We got a new raffle coming out, the CCA brand new Ford F-150. The drawing's going to be December 15th. I think it's $50 prize. Beautiful truck. It's coming out. You go to their website, do whatever you want online. If you want to register, do not forget, a brand new Ford F-150. And I'm going to have a big report coming up pretty soon from Kobe Daniels, the Top Gun, both ducks and geese. But let me tell you right now, ducks are already arriving over there, but right now specklebaiters everywhere. The reports I'm getting from Arkansas have been sketched. My brother got leases up there in Arkansas. The geese are there like crazy. They haven't seen the ducks yet, as many ducks. I got a report from down in Delacroix. Okay, the one in Delacroix is coming from Mike Benz. It was all sad stories all last week. They went there. They were out in there with the veterans and youth hunts, and they didn't see no birds. Had a water lily hyacinth problem again. They had high water there. Just couldn't find the good places how to get in them ponds. But they had opening weekend. He said he's seen all kind of ducks. I'm talking about pintail, widgeon, and everything. I got to remind you now, there's new rules. Check with Wildlife and Fisheries on the model ducks. They got new rules out. Also in the news right now, have you seen what's happening? You got the new speckled trout regulations, okay? 13-inch limit. Can't have but 15 in a limit. Can't have but 2 over 20 inches. So if you got any questions on when it starts and what, I think it starts on the 20th, but be sure and remember now, because there's so many fish out there, people catching a lot of fish. A lot of people still question these new regulations. They don't think we have the problem that the scientists say we have. So we're going to have to wait it out, just like the bass rules that happen. So, you know, when they change up and put limits on bass and slot limits, sometimes they make mistakes. When you're lost in the woods, so either you start walking out, or you stay there by the tree, hope somebody finds you and you die. So let's give it a chance. Let's see what's going on. And if it ain't working out and you complain to the right people. You know, talk to the people at Wildlife Fishers. When they ask for a survey, pick up your phone, pick up your computer, do whatever you got to do, or even call them. And did it. By the way, they got a lot of duck reports out this week. They come from the Wildlife and Fisheries. I was trying to get Jason here. I ain't going to pronounce his last name right now. I was trying to get in touch with him. Maybe he'd come here tonight and read it. But I'm going to have a professional come here and talk about all the surveys. Some of them are looking good. Some of them still bleak. The drought is going on all over some places. We got some rain coming, so we got some hope. Now, again on the duck report, I was telling you, my good friend Brian Briggs, a former TV host and one of one of my favorite people all times when it comes to hunting and fishing, especially duck hunting. He hunts Port Barry area. He hunts in the Whiteville and North. They got leases all over. But he took a veteran, took a former wildlife and federal, and his grandson. They took out and they did a youth hunt and a veterans hunt. They had a limit, a teal, all teal. He said, but they had a great time. Kobe Daniels. I finally heard he'd been so busy. I finally heard from Top Gun up there in Mer Rouge. Right around Bastrop, up in northeast Louisiana. Specklebelly's been outstanding. He's been having some of the people that are coming from all over the country, out of town. He got sent me some pictures with my good friend Darryl Jans and a group of people, Gordon Groje. Man, this guy, Wes Tishner's. I wonder if that's kin of Dr. Tishner's. I don't go nowhere without Dr. Tishner's. Been in my family for 148 years. No, I don't know about how long, but Dr. Tishner's, I don't know this guy's name. Richard Maddox, and in that group, he said he'll send me some pictures from that group. He also sent me some video. Now, I don't know if Chris is going to be able to use it all, but it's a short video. I hope he can, because it's going to show you how many geese in the area. They got one shot of them trying to call them in, and it looked like we were back in Canada. Now, Kobe's got got a few openings, a lot of ducks down, okay? A lot of ducks down there. And over there, they kill a few mallards now, but he didn't tell me what was down. No, he said, but we got a lot of ducks. Another word from him, and he said he's seeing pintail. Don't forget. Don't forget, and especially if you're hunting the Southwest right now, you got new regulations on the mottled ducks. So be sure you check everything out. Make sure you got your license. Be sure you know the rules, and don't get in trouble. And don't kill over your limit. Protect. Do your best to get after your cripples. Now, and that's one good thing I love about hunting with a dog. I tried to talk to them sometime at Wildlife and Fish. They said, why don't they give you an extra limit for people to hunt with a dog? He said, how are we going to make sure they hunt with a legal dog if they don't have a Chihuahua in the blind or some other kind of dog? It's just so they can kill the extra limit. I said, people will go to anything sometime. I said, yeah, I guess you're right. But a lab, any kind of retriever, they add to the hunt. They're so much fun to watch, to see the excitement, how these dogs, how they sit up and they look and how they want to go. It's just amazing. From young dogs to older dogs, veteran dogs. And I still ain't showed y'all enough of the dog trials at the Duck Festival. So when I have time or we get some video slack, I'm going to show you some more of those dogs working. Now, I don't want to miss nothing, and I'll have to come back. Now, let me see it. I don't see it now. And I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to give you a fishing report. I think that's all the duck hunt that I know of that I got reports. They're good in the Southwest. And then again, it told me at Delacroix, a few of them showed up. Ryan Lambert say they stacked. There's ducks everywhere, all kind of ducks. God bless Louisiana. We'll come back with a fishing report.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Ah! For generations, anglers from across the globe have put their trust in Abu Garcia. Because out here on the water, we know our science is your religion. Fish like a fanatic with the latest generation of Revo. Featuring up to 24 pounds of max drag. Designed for leverage and power. Built on corrosion resistance and comfort. World-class adventure awaits with Revo. Abu Garcia for life.
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. This is our Berkeley Abu Garcia fishing report. It's almost the same as it was last week. I'm going to apologize again. I couldn't think of bent rods. The God Service at Toledo Bend, they're sending them pictures. But anytime you want to go to Lake Country, you go to their website. They give you the lake stages, what's going on, whatever they're having trouble with, all the stuff that's going on at Toledo Bend. You look them up. Also, my buddy over there at Slabs Unlimited in Lorto Saline, I'm talking about Brendan Dubrock and them. They're going to be guiding. And that's another thing I left out. You know, he also guides on Catahoula Lake. There's rumors there's ducks like crazy on Catahoula Lake. So let me go back to the fishing report. Toledo Bend, they're catching big bass. They're catching bass over 10 pounds still. But the sackler is just unbelievable. The crappie, whatever you want to call them, white perch. Up there in them North Lakes, I've even heard reports of sackler coming from False River. Now, this and that. Now, I didn't have nothing from Old River lately, but sackler, freshwater, in the spillway, in by Pigeon, by Sorrel, Lake Verret are still the high. I even had I was getting a few reports from down in Gibson in those areas, but I got friends that went bass fishing and sackler trying to do both. Water hyacinths, got them. They jammed up. The wind was moving them around. They got some areas they might have sprayed. They look like they're dying, either that or the saltwater intrusion. Now, a lot of places that I've got fishing reports, the saltwater intrusion down and below the lower part of the spillway, and then down in the lower part of Slidell, they're catching, where they were catching bass, they're catching, there's a gnat trying to get me. They catching redfish and flounder in different areas in this water. Same thing down below in the spillway. Around Calcasieu, the same way. People, there was freshwater fishing. When they get further south, that saltwater intrusion getting back, they're catching a mix of fish. But here in Louisiana, I don't know if you're fishing around Slidell or wherever, since the diversions, you don't know what you're going to catch. At my camp in Slidell, I catch off the dock, I've been caught 7 species of fish off my dock. Besides crabs, shrimp, it's just unbelievable. To come under the light, when fish at night under the lights. That's been another, I heard rumors down in Slidell that they're catching fish under the light. Now, I got an actual report from Tom LeBlanc and Cesar Garcia to send me another fish down in Delacroix. They've been having to dry, but they've been finding a few fish. Ryan Lambert says they're catching drum, redfish, speckled trout. It's just unbelievable. I'm talking about big speckled trout using plastics. It's just unbelievable. Everybody is catching fish. And that word I'm using, unbelievable, so many times, Ryan Lambert used it about 3 times. It's talking about how good the fishing is right down in Buras and in Venice. You go to Facebook, you can just, Charlie Thomason and them over there, and just watch and see. go to Facebook and see these people putting these fish up. I mean, Port Sulphur, people catching fish right now down in Fouchon, Leeville, all the landings that I know that people send me. They send me the pictures, they're so busy. Herc is catching them, going out, catching redfish. He can pick his times when he wants to take live shrimp and go catch some big trout. He might not catch but 20 or 30 that day, but the muse, the beautiful trout right now. Remind you again, we got a new trout regulation coming up in the state of Louisiana. Be sure you look at it now. Don't let me miss. Offshore, I didn't get any reports at all. I didn't call and get any reports. I promise you're going to do that. This time of year, they're still going to they're catching fish offshore. Some people use this time to go and catch fish offshore. I had one report. I'm trying to think who it was. They caught a cobia in Close. They were fishing. They caught it on a bass bait. So I'm just saying, people are coming up to me and telling me that, and I can't write all time this down, but this is it. Now, I don't want to miss nothing else on the fishing report. Miss Angie and Slidell, all the captains catching fish. They still got a few. They got a few openings coming up in December. Some reason, some around Christmas time, people don't do it. But school is going to be out, perfect time to give a gift of a guided fishing trip. And you see all the Christmas time coming up, perfect gift. Give a fishing guide trip. Go down there. There's a place that you might want to learn yourself if you got your own boat. Go with a guide. Also talking, Mike Brantley, he just unreal right now. The fish he's catching there. He's fishing out of the point, but and a couple of trips he does make out of Island Marina. But Island Marina got some captains. I'm going to be going with Captain Brad in the next few weeks, Brad D'Alfonso, and all the reports I get, I call there, see what they got opening. He's just catching a lot of fish. So fish are biting. Ducks are flying. One of the best reports that we had in a long time. You know, we always worried. It ain't perfect, but we're getting there. God bless Louisiana. God bless these people here at Pelican Sports TV for helping me out getting the show on the air. And one more time, God bless y'all veterans. Thank y'all. See y'all next week.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.